Good morning, dear students. I'm Miss Meisaء from الباسل for Superiors School. I'm going to give you now a lesson which is, we are dealing with grade 12, unit 1. The first unit in the book, which is entitled Life Choices. So the title of our unit is Life Choices, and the subtitle is Future Careers. The subtitle is Future Careers. Life choices and future careers. Equivalent to the word career, we have job, work, profession, occupation. So all these words are equivalent for the first word, which is career. Now we have we'll have the most important points to summarize the whole lesson, which is talking about the influence of the parents on their children while choosing a career in the future. And we hope that their influence will be positive, especially for you, if God wills, in the future, for you, in order to help you choose the appropriate career for you. Now, the most important points are: number one, it says that parents play an active role in the career development of their children. 2, many parents sometimes misguide their children in choosing their career because the parents, they don't want their children to choose a job they don't know about it at all. They want to get some information about that job. They should know it well. So they have to read and get and gather some information in order to help their children. Parents shouldn't burden their children with unreal expectations. We shouldn't expect something which is very high from a student who is just average. So here we should ask our children in order to choose what is suitable and attractive to them. Number 4 says, courses leading towards a desired career should be found easily for the young to enable them to make right decisions about their future. So we shouldn't oblige our children to choose a career they don't like. They should opt a career they desire and they like to do. Number 5 says, remuneration of a career shouldn't be the most important agent while selecting a job. Remuneration means money, which is paid for a service or a work. In English, we have many equivalents for this word. For example, salary, wages, earnings, payments. All these have the same word, which is, and the word also income. All these under the title of remuneration. So the remuneration of a career shouldn't be the most important agent while selecting a job. Number 6, rejecting the child's ideas could lead to demotivation. If we refuse all our children's ideas, they will be demotivated and they will not be able to choose a suitable career for them. The parents should just help. They shouldn't oblige or ask their children just to follow their advice. They have to choose themselves. It is very important for our kids to know what they are going to do in their future, because this is their freedom and this is their life. Because this job will stay with them for the rest of their lives, and it is very bad for them to choose a job that they don't like. Now let's move to the vocabulary, the important words and the new words in our lesson, which were highlighted in our book. The first word, aspire. Aspire, which is a verb, means seek to attain a goal. Aspire, a verb, seek to attain a goal. Number 2, burden. Burden, it is a verb and noun, to load or a load. So the word burden, which is a verb and noun, load. Number 3, aptitude. Aptitude, which is a noun, and it means natural ability or skill. So the word aptitude, which is a noun, means natural ability or skill. Number 4, sway. Sway, which is a verb, which means influence. Influence here is a verb. We know that we have three words: influence, impact, and effect as a noun, which means influence. So the word sway as a verb means influence. Number 5, remuneration. Remuneration, which is a noun, means money paid for work or services. Remuneration, which is a noun, means money paid for work or services. Number 6, demotivation. Demotivation, which is the opposite of motivation, which means encourage. Here it is a noun, and it means making someone less eager or willing to do something. So the word demotivation means making someone less eager or willing to do something. It is a noun, demotivation. So the words, the vocabulary, the new words are aspire, verb, seek to attain a goal. 2, burden, verb and noun, load. 3, aptitude, noun, natural ability or skill. 4, sway, verb, influence. Remuneration, noun, money paid for work or services. 6, demotivation, noun, making someone less eager or willing to do their job. Demotivation means making someone less eager or willing to do their job. These are the words, all of them. Moving now to a vocabulary exercise, which is having the title Word Family and Phrasal Verbs. Word family and phrasal verbs. Let's work together in order to answer this exercise. First of all, I'm going to read all the sentences for you, and then I'll wait till you answer and we will do the answers together. So here we have the sentences. Number 1, it says, individuals have blank dreams in their day-to-day existence. And the word here in brackets is vary. Vary, which means change. We should change it to see what is the derivative from this word and which is suitable for the sentence here. Number 2, everyone endeavors a great deal to make dreams and we have in brackets we have the word real. Real, which is an adjective, but here we need a noun. Let's change it into a noun. Number 3, future plans and blank have a great importance in a person's life. And we have the word decide, which is a verb. And I think here we need a noun, not a verb. Number 4, gaining your boss confidence is really a great. And in brackets we have the word accomplish. Accomplish is a verb, and I think here we need a noun. Number 5, I went to a counselor for blank on my career. And we have in brackets, we have the word guide. So I'll give you 1 minute in order to answer these sentences. Okay, I think you have finished writing and answering. Let's do together. Individuals have the verb here vary. We need the adjective because we have the word dreams here. It is a noun. So before the noun, we need an adjective. So the word vary will be changed into a noun, an adjective, and it will be various. So we will write the word various. And the noun of the word vary, variety. So we had vary as a verb, various adjective, variety is the noun. Number 2, everyone endeavors a great deal to make dreams. We have the word real as an adjective. We'll change it into a noun and it should be reality. So the noun here is reality. Number 3, future plans and we have the word here decide as a verb. It is decide. We need a noun because after plans and we have and, so the words should be the same. So here we need the word decision, which means something that you need to do when you have a job. So the word is decision. The verb is decide, and the noun is decision. Future plans and decisions, because here we need it plural, have a great importance in a person's life. Number 4, gaining your boss confidence is really a great. Also, the word great here is an adjective. We need a noun. We have the verb accomplish, so we'll change it into noun, which is accomplishment. Like the word achieve and achievement, they are the same meaning. So here the sentence, gaining your boss confidence is really a great accomplishment. Number 5, I went to a counselor for, after for we need a noun, and we have the word guide. Guide is a verb. We need a noun here on my career, so the word is guidance. So here, all the sentences, let's read them again very quickly. The word family and phrasal verbs. Here we have word family in this exercise. We have another, we will deal with the phrasal verbs. The first one says, individuals have various dreams in their day-to-day existence. Everyone endeavors a great deal to make dreams a reality. Future plans and decisions have a great importance in a person's life. Gaining your boss confidence is really a great accomplishment. I went to a counselor for guidance on my career. That's all for this exercise. Okay? Now let's move to the next exercise about phrasal verbs. Here in this exercise, they say underline the phrasal verbs. So we are going to see where are these verbs. We have sentences. We have here a table. Sentences, and another part we have their meanings. What every one of these sentences or phrasal verbs means. Phrasal verb means that we have more than one verb. We have the verb followed by a preposition or another pronoun or something. Okay, so not just the verb. We have more than one preposition followed by this verb. That's why it is called phrasal. It is not alone by itself. The sentences here, number 1 says, the rich have to reach out to the poor. The rich. Here, the word the rich is plural, which means all people who are rich. It is not singular, but when we have any adjective preceded by the, it means a whole group, so it is plural. The rich have to reach out to the poor. Where is the phrasal verb here, you think? And what does it mean? Let's help each other to see. The verb here, reach out to. So the 3 words, reach out to. So here, the rich have to. Reach out to is the phrasal verb, to the poor. What does it mean? The meaning here is offer help and support to someone. So we have to offer help to the poor and support them. Number 2, she didn't really fit in with her workmates in her previous job. She didn't really fit in with her workmate in her previous job. Where is the verb here? The phrasal verb. Fit in with. Fit in with is the verb. What does it mean? It means be accepted by other people in a group. So fit in with means be accepted by other people in a group. Number 3, I got into writing when I was a kid and just never stopped loving it. I got into writing when I was a kid and just never stopped loving it. Where is the phrasal verb here? The verb is got into. So the verb is got into. I got into writing when I was a kid and just never stopped loving it. What does it mean? It means to start to become interested in something. So when you start to become interested in something, that's what is meant by got into. Number 4, we have been talking about this project for a while, and it's time to follow it through. We have been talking about this project for a while, and it's time to follow it through. What is the phrasal verb? The phrasal verb here is follow it through. Follow it through here, what does it mean? It means we start something and we finish it in a satisfactory way. So we have started something and we have to finish it in a satisfactory way. Number 5, if you run into any trouble, just give me a call. If you run into any trouble, just give me a call. What is the verb? The verb here is run into. The verb is run into, which means encounter problems or difficulties unexpectedly. That when you encounter problems or difficulties unexpectedly, give me a call. Number 6, a big part of my job is keeping up with the latest research in medical technology. A big part of my job is keeping up with the latest research in medical technology. What is the verb here? Yes, it is keeping up with. So, what does mean keep up with? To keep up with means to stay updated and informed about something. So, stay updated and informed about something. So again, now let's find the verbs, the phrasal verbs, again in order to check that we have understand and we find them well. So I will read the sentences again and highlight the verbs, okay? Number 1, the rich have to reach out to the poor, and we said the verb is reach out to the poor, which means offer help and support to someone. Number 2, she didn't really fit in with her class workmates in her previous job. The verb is fit in with, which means be accepted by other people in a group. Number 3, I got into writing when I was a kid and just never stopped loving it. The verb is got into, which means start to become interested in something. Number 4, we have been talking about this project for a while and it's time to follow it through. And the verb here is follow it through, which means start something and finish it in a satisfactory way. Number 5, if you run into any trouble, just give me a call. The verb here is run into, which means encounter problems or difficulties unexpectedly. Number 6, the last one. Big part of my job is keeping up with the latest research in medical technology. The verb is keeping up with, which means stay updated and informed about something. That's all about phrasal verbs. I hope that you have understand them and know how to use them later in your exams. Now, let's move to something else, which is grammar. In the first unit here, they revised for you all kinds of grammar, especially present, of all types of the present, because you know well that you have them through your life in the previous stages of your study. And here it is a very quick look at these tenses in order to remember them and be ready for your exams. Okay, so we are going here to revise together present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. So these 4 types of present tenses, we are going to revise them very quickly. Just I want to remind you of the rule, and we give you a simple exercise in order to remember them. For example, let's start with the first one, which is present simple. The present simple rule is very easy, that we know we have 2 parts or 2 kinds of pronouns. The first one, I, you, we, and they, plus the verb, only the verb with no additional letters. Nothing, just the verb, or we can say sometimes the infinitive. For example, we travel to Tartus every summer. I think you remember that we have keywords for the present simple, for example, every day, week, summer, and the adverbs of frequency, always, sometimes, usually, rarely, and also scientific facts. Look at the second one. He, she, and it. We have the verb plus s. Here we have verb plus s, and we put a fact which says water boils at 100 degrees. Water boils at 100 degrees. For these two kinds, for example, the first one, the negative is we use don't plus the infinitive, and for the second, he, she, it, we use doesn't plus infinitive. I think it is very easy and you can remember easily. Let's move to the second one. The second one is present continuous. This is when we use the word now, at the moment, at the present time. Look, listen, be quiet, be careful. All these, but the rule says I plus am plus verb plus ing. He, she, it plus is plus verb plus ing. They, we, you, we, they plus are plus verb plus ing. For example, the first one we say here, be quiet, your mother is sleeping. The second one here, they are mending their car at the moment. They are mending their car at the moment. The negative form of this verb or this rule here. Number one, for example, I'm explaining the rule now. The negative, I'm not. We add not to the verb am, is, and are. We can't make am and not as short together. Am is standing alone by itself. We say, I'm not explaining anything now. He is visiting his friend at the moment. He isn't studying now. So we say is not. And for example, we aren't going to the cinema at the moment. We aren't. So are we can abbreviate it with not, but not am. Okay? So the example here, be quiet, your mother is sleeping. The second one, they are mending their car at the moment. This is the present continuous. Let's move to the present perfect. Present perfect means that the action is completed at this moment. It started in the past and it is completed at the moment of speaking. He, she, it plus has plus past participle, or the third form of the verb. For example, he has already drunk a cup of coffee. He has already drunk a cup of coffee. And you, we, they plus have plus past participle. Have you ever flown on a plane? Have you ever flown on a plane? We know that the present perfect, we have some of the keywords, for example, just, already, since, for, yet, ever, recently, soon. All these are the keywords of the present perfect. So he, she, it plus has plus past participle, you, we, they plus have plus past participle. This is the present perfect. I think you remember them because they are very easy and you had them before many times during the primary school, intermediate, and secondary school. Let's move to the present perfect continuous. What is the difference between present perfect and present perfect continuous? We said the present perfect is completed at the moment of speaking, but the continuous is going to complete, to go on. It will not stop. For example, we use here, we add one word since for, and we add the word all. When we say, for example, you look tired, the other one will say, I've been studying all night. So here we use the word all, which differentiates between the present perfect and perfect continuous. I, you, we, they plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. So the verb here will be with ing. Here, for example, says, They have been studying at Medicine College for 5 years. And as you know that we know Medicine College students study for 6 years. So their action is still going on. Their studying is not completed yet. They have started 5 years ago and they will complete for another more years. So that's why we use the perfect continuous. They have been studying at Medicine College for 5 years. Okay? Whereas we have here he, she, it plus has plus been plus verb plus ing. For example, she has been working as an engineer all her life. She has been working as an engineer all her life. You know that when we work for the rest of our life as a job. We take it as a job. And also when we stay in a place, for example, or live in a house or something like that, so, or we study, all these actions, they take a long time. So she has been working as an engineer for all her life, or for 20 years, for 10 years, etc. So in the present perfect continuous, we deal with I, you, we, they, have, plus been, plus verb with ing. And we said that they have been studying at Medicine College for 5 years. He, she, it, plus has, plus been, plus verb, plus ing. She has been working as an engineer all her life. Let's move now to something else, which is called pronunciation. Pronunciation teaches us how to produce words and letters. We have something which is called, the first rule here is says homophones. The word in fact is in Latin language. Homo means the same, phones means sounds. So the word homophones means the same sound. We have some words which, and this is the definition. So the word homo, same, phones, sounds. It means they are words that have the same pronunciation but different meanings and spellings. So they have the same pronunciation but they have different meanings and spellings. Let's see and have some examples. I will read the exercise first for you and then we will find what is the suitable verb. Exercise number 1 says, number 1, in brackets they give you 2 words and you are going to choose the correct one. Which way should we use to weigh the goods? No one knows whether the weather will be fine tomorrow. 3. The cyclist rode his bike and set off quickly on the road. 4. The man is enjoying his time with his son on the beach in the sun. I only ate a sandwich at 8 before I went to bed. Now let's answer. Let's help each other in order to answer this. And then we'll move to the second one. Which way? The first one, weigh, means which method, which kind of way, something should we use to weigh the goods. So the first answer here, this is the weigh, this one. And should we weigh to know what is the weight of something, how many kilos is it? It means weigh the goods. Number 2, no one knows whether, if, it means if the weather, the second one here, if it is rainy, sunny, hot, will be fine tomorrow. 3, the cyclist rode, the past of the verb ride, rode, ridden. So the verb is ride, rode, ridden. Here the past, rode his bike and set off quickly on the road, which means the way or the street or whatever. So the cyclist rode his bike and set off quickly on the road. Number 4, the man is enjoying his time with his son, his boy, his son, his kid, his child, whatever, on the beach in the sun. The sun is shining now. Thank God. Okay, so the man is enjoying his time with his son on the beach in the sun. Number 5, I only ate, which means I had a sandwich. I ate. I had a sandwich at 8 o'clock here. It means at 8 o'clock before I went to bed. Now let's complete. We have other examples. Let's complete them. Sentences 6, 7, and 8. 6 says, the teacher, I want you now to think with me. The teacher asked the students to write down the right answer. We usually buy our food from a small shop by the corner. 8, I wanted to sit here to be able to hear the speech well. Again, let's see which verb and which is the correct word here. Number 6, the teacher asks the students to write down, means to write with their pens, okay, pens, the correct or right answer. So the second one here, the right means the correct answer. Number 7, we usually buy, which means we get our food from a small shop by the corner, which is on the corner. It means we usually buy our food from a small shop by the corner. I wanted to sit here in this place, here, to be able to hear, to understand and be able to hear the speech well. So these are the sentences. The teacher asked the students to write down the right answer. We usually buy our food from a small shop by the corner. I wanted to sit here to be able to hear the speech well. This is the exercise. I hope that you have understood it, and this is very easy, but it needs you to be attentive when you answer it. Now we'll move to the last task here, which is everyday English. We should know how to deal with people if we do something wrong or if we want to advise them. And here we have 3 subtitles. Given advice, some people, they accept advice completely. So here, the second one said accepting the advice completely. Some people, they hesitate and they don't like, but they will say something in order to make you agree with them. So it is called hesitating. So they are not sure. They are hesitant here. Maybe they will do what you advise them or not. So let's see what are the expressions we use for advice. Given advice, we use, if I were you. If I were you. For example, if I were you, I would study more. So we use the past form of if conditional. I would study more. You'd better be accurate in your job. You'd better. You should listen to your parents. You should listen to your parents. Try to do some exercises to be fit. Try to do some exercises to be fit. Instead of shouting, you can speak politely. Instead of shouting, you can speak politely. These are kinds of pieces of advice. If you accept the advice completely, you can say, that's true. I haven't thought about that before. That's true. I haven't thought about that before. Or you can say, okay, I can do that. Okay, I can do that. Yes, you are right. I'll do that. Yes, you are right. I'll do that. Of course, I should have thought about that. Of course, I should have thought about that. Hesitating here, we can't give a specific answer. We say, maybe you are right. So I'm not sure if you are right or not, okay? So they say, maybe you are right. I'm not sure, not certain. But, and after but, you put your justification, for example. You say, maybe you are right, but I don't like to apologize now, for example. Well, you see, and you want to explain your point of view. You see here means you understand. It doesn't mean you see that you look at something. No. Here you see means, do you understand? Well, you understand that he is very impolite and I don't like to talk to him anymore, for example. I'm not sure, maybe I could do that or I couldn't. I'm not sure, maybe I could do that or I couldn't. I'm not sure it is the best thing to do now. I'm not sure it is the best thing to do now. Maybe later I can apologize. This is some sentences that used in everyday English. We should know sometimes if we are doing something wrong, or if we want to apologize to someone, if we want to give a piece of advice, how can we advise him to accept it completely or not? I think that's all for this lesson. I hope that you've got a good benefit from it. Thanks a million.